Hi, I'm Anita Adams. I am with First Weekend Club, and I'm here in Berlin at Berlinale, keeping an eye on Canada, and I'm sitting here with James Brown, and we're going to talk to you guys about making low-budget independent films. And James is a producer, and he just made a film that is here at the Berlinale, a beautiful film that I saw yesterday called Downriver. And I'm just, I found out that this film was made for under 100, under 1 mil, not 100 mil, under 1 mil. And it's really impressive what you guys were able to do. So I wanted to talk to you about the challenges of making independent film with such a low budget, a small budget, finding great cast, and all the things you have to consider when you're making a film at that price range.
Well, there's many things, but I think the key ingredient that I felt when we were making this film was that we really drew on, as you have to all the time, draw on your friends and family and the networks that you already have to be able to put this type of thing together, because with the budget being low, you obviously can't, pay out as much as you want for rates, for everything, for sets, for just the post-production. Every single aspect of the film has to be scaled back to the degree that you can pull it off. So, casting, a lot of the cast was acquired through connections from other films that we had made. I really like to think that they came on board on the strength of the script, not just because they wanted to do us a favor. So.
And the script is really strong, and there's some really strong, powerful leads. With the female leads were beautiful. I can see these actors wanting to jump on the opportunity to work on a project like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a real joy to work with our cast. They were so talented, and they're real veterans. But casting, just one component of it. You've got to find talented people in all your departments and really get people to champion the film, which for independent filmmaking is just total necessity. So we had people that were able to do that, and that were willing to work on a project like this and support each other, which we're so thankful for. A lot of great people on the film.
Yeah, I met with Paul Barkin yesterday, and he actually said the same thing. It's got to find champions for your film, and you got to be incredibly persistent and find good people that are going to back you. He wasn't talking financially, he's talking people backing you, jumping on and supporting you in whatever way they can to make the film. He also said that the 1 million mark, under the 1 million mark of making films, was his favorite price point for making films, and I thought that was interesting. And I'm kind of curious what your perspective on that is, and I don't know if you've worked in multiple levels, or if you've got any insights about making movies at that price point that has been a rewarding experience for you.
Yeah, I definitely don't have maybe as much experience as Paul does in the above 1 million range, but a couple films now in the sub 1 million range, and yeah, I mean it's a great range to work in. I mean, to a degree, I think there's a lot of buffer zone between a million and say 250,000, which I know some low budget stuff can get as low as that. And if you've got a bit more wiggle room, you can definitely work within the confines of that budget level. And Paul's right. The champions of the film are going to be the kind of people that you want to work with time and again, and that if a larger production came around, you would instantly want to work with. So if you get lucky and you can find people that want to work with you and develop that relationship, then you can work together on films that do have a bigger budget, where you can pay people properly for their services. Not to say that they don't make something for these films, but just in the scale of the budget, you're limited to what you can do.
Now, you were involved with, as a producer with Sisters and Brothers as well, and that was a really low budget film, was it not?
It was, yeah. I mean, that was done in a style that's still pretty popular, but we shot that on SLRs, so it was done for micro budget, and then obviously the fleshed out through post-production to get a proper presentation print. But yeah, I mean, that is another style of filmmaking that produces great work, and you can get out there. And I mean, we had a crew for Sisters and Brothers, putting it in perspective, of about 10 people that we're walking around with our actors and just mostly shooting available lights, and it was more of an improv script as well. So that kind of thing just meant that we could shoot very quickly and always have lots of footage to go through at the end of the day. But it was easy to I want to say easy to make, but it was you don't have as much of a framework to lug around with you when you're shooting.
Do you have any words of wisdom for emerging filmmakers that want to make their first feature film or in the low budget range?
Ooh, words of wisdom. Start with shorts, I think, is a great method. You can fine-tune your skills, fine-tune your storytelling sense, and obviously develop relationships with creative people in all the departments that you want to work with on features, because you're going to need that kind of relationship for the future. And believe in your idea and choose that first feature idea really wisely, because it's going to be one that you're going to have to put a lot of time into, but it is so rewarding at the end of the day when you can have your film screened at a festival or to any audience. I think if you put the time into it, it's the most rewarding experience. So go for it.
All right, and on that note, I think we'll call it a wrap. Thanks for this.
Thank you.